Hi, I'm Hot Potato.
And I'm Showbiz.
And we're coming to you live from the Cuddle Dome
for Gayming Live. We're here to bring you the inside scoop on the world's hottest pro wrestler dating sim, Wrestling with Emotions.
Today, we've got the exclusive from the best damn developers in the game. Over to you, Cat and Ben Lazerbeam.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Catherine. Thank you for joining us for this special Gayming Live presentation for our upcoming game, Wrestling with Emotions.
New kid on the block.
Wrestling with Emotions New Kid on the Block is an alternative dating sim, where the dates are red-hot wrestling matches and your love interests are a diverse cast of surreal muscle waves. Take on the role of a rookie brawler that's just landed their dream gig. Hold your ultimate wrestler with our over-the-top character creator, travel through Cuddle Town pumping up your meat stats, muscle, elegance, attitude, and theatrics. Then, carve a truly unique path through a story that wrestles with themes of identity, freedom of choice, and chosen family. With no wrong choices and mountains of charm, New Kid on the Block offers players a joyful adventure that flips the dating sim genre on its head and powerbombs it through a ringside table.
Wrestle Report. Stay informed, stay ahead, knock 'em dead.
That's right, Showbiz. Speaking of knocking him dead, let's meet the formidable team Lazerbeam.
Hi everyone, I'm Ben. I do art, music, and game design.
I'm Crystal, and I'm the producer.
I'm Catherine, and I do writing and music.
I'm Kirsten from Team Lazerbeam, and I work on the game design, the art, and the code for Wrestling with Emotions too.
My name is Alex, and I'm one of the writers.
Hi, I'm Natalie, a programmer on Wrestling with Emotions.
Hi, I'm Jay. I do music.
My name is Mars, and I am a writer.
Hi, my name's Junior Laidley, and I do sound and audio design for the game.
Hi, my name is Katie, and I do art and animation on Wrestling with Emotions too.
My favorite character is King Pretty Guy, for the sole reason that King Pretty Guy has the best entrance music.
My favorite character in Wrestling with Emotions would definitely be Matsuri. I've loved her from the beginning. I just love her character design. I think she's super feisty, bubbly, sassy. I just love her.
We've created all of these characters to be super lovable, but my favorite wrestler in Wrestling with Emotions 2 has to be Freak Show. They're just super weird, super fun, and I think they're a mega cutie.
My favorite character from the game is the one I'm writing, King Pretty Guy. This character is based on my worst ex, and they're a problematic fave. Like, they're very charismatic but very self-absorbed. So, in a nutshell, this character is for anyone who ever looked at a man and thought, I can fix him. Spoiler alert. You can't.
My favorite character in the game would have to be Major Malfunction. They're so laid back, always cracking jokes, making life easy for the player.
My favorite character has to be Irresistible Steve. I'm biased because I write for Irresistible Steve, but I just like his whole character arc. I like that he's hiding behind this bravado. I think he's a cutie pie.
Freak Show. They're so green, they're a goober, really cute, and cuddly and strange.
Radical Ray, mainly because when I was asking what the team needed for a theme tune, think Vanilla Ice with added excitement. So I ended up doing a silly radical.
My favorite character, by far, and possibly the best character ever drawn, is Lawrence. Go look at them. They have the most amazing smile and the most piercing eyes. Beautiful.
I would definitely go on a date with Arms. They're a silly Billy, silly goose. I just want that positive energy in my life. Like, it's not going to be easy because Arms doubts himself a lot, but so do I. So maybe we can grow together. I'd probably take him out on a corny romantic movie night so we could cry together because I love crying.
I'd have to say Matsuri, solely because, you know, the musician side of things, we can talk about guitars and tattoos.
Irresistible Steve. The nipple ring, the hair, the permanent winking.
It would be Steve because of the nipple ring. If I could take Steve on a date anywhere, it would be to Hot Shop to get our nails done because I got to draw the nails and I know what's coming and they're so cool.
I would ask Matsuri out on a date. I think she's a total babe and super cool. And I'd take her out to our in-game ramen shop, Soupy Nudes. I can never eat enough ramen.
I'd go on a date with Freakshow. Freakshow has a lot of hidden depth and is quite cute to boot. I take Freakshow on a date to the aquarium. The jellies and fishes are quite mesmerizing and I think Freakshow would fit in quite well there.
I would 100% take Arms on a date. He's just such a goofy and lovable character, so kind-hearted and simple-minded.
Very likely to go on a date with Outburst. Again, I'm biased because I write for Outburst, but she just seems like someone who would take me on a fun date, you know. I would take Outburst maybe paragliding. She just seems like someone who likes adventure and is a bit of an adrenaline junkie.
My dream date would be with Outburst. Outburst isn't from Earth, so I think she'd be a fun and exciting date to have. Everything would be new and novel and exciting. So I would take her to a haberdashery or to a hardware store.
Who would I have on my tag team? 100% Grampy. He's good looking, he's still got hair, he's got experience, we love that. And Grampy's just magical. There's something behind those eyes.
Again, I would probably say Freakshow. I just really like Freakshow. Like, they're just like, they're weird. Cute and have the little, like, on their shoulder, the little face.
I'm probably gonna say Arms because they are hench.
Outburst, she's the biggest and most badass character in the game, which would help a lot with looking after me because I'd probably be horrible in a wrestling ring.
I'd include Matsuri on my tag team. She's bad, she's powerful, and will distract everyone with her fabulous aura while I sneak attack from the background.
I'd choose Grampy to be on my tag team. Grampy is a wily old fox. He wouldn't have lasted as long as he had done without a few tricks up his sleeve.
My finishing move would be called Desert Mayhem Mirage, and it involves throwing a handful of pocket sand into my opponent's face.
I'm not too sure what my finishing move would be called, but I can imagine it would be something like the Camel Clutch.
The name of my finishing move would be the Torpedo Somersault Sentence.
I don't know, but it would involve these.
The name of my finishing move would be Coming Down Hard.
My finishing move would be the Shell Pink Jaguar, which would involve lots of flying through the air and making lots of noise, just like my favorite guitar.
Cowgirl Twist. That's a better name, I think.
My finishing move is called Thoughts of Imminent Death. What happens is we turn on Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then I do a very silly dance while my opponent starts having an uncontrollable existential crisis and they lie down and they give up. And I win because I'm immune to this stuff.
What a good-looking, intelligent, and magnetic bunch of people. This game is most definitely unlike anything we've ever witnessed in the Cuddle Dome.
Wrestle Report, news done right, unlike those suckers at Muscle Slam Worldwide.
Whoa, easy there, hot potato. Find your peaceful place.
Okay. Well, speaking of places, let's switch over to Kirsten Lazerbeam in our special segment, Bringing Cuddletown to Life.
As an artist, I mainly work on the 3D backgrounds of the game, a pretty unique element of our lovely dating sim. I originally started working for Team Lazerbeam as an intern, and Ben gave me the job of producing these 3D environments as references for them to illustrate the backgrounds. But as soon as we combined the 2D characters with the 3D renders, we loved how they looked. We quickly ditched the idea of redrawing all the backgrounds and decided to bring Cuddletown to life in 3D. To show off our process, let's look at the office of MC Manny McMahon. To start, Ben smashed together this really rough placeholder. Based on this, I modeled the first version of Manny's office. Right away, we were really excited by how Ben's 2D illustrations were feeling in the 3D office, but we thought we could make the space feel a lot more engaging by making the office bigger and adding a more dynamic perspective. I remodeled the office, which, after a lot of love and hard work, turned out like this. After I render out our backgrounds, a last step is adding animated elements. For Manny's office, we added some subtle light rays to make the space feel more atmospheric. We hope that these details, the lighting, and carefully placed objects all contribute to drawing players in and make them feel part of our crazy wrestling world.
Now, those are some places I wouldn't mind visiting, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you mean.
Let's visit some real-life places with real-life Lazerbeam. Crystal.
I'm about to tell you about one of my favorite parts of the game. Solo dates. Now, when you're a new kid on the block, things can get quite intense with all the training and flirting and shaking things up at the Cuddle Dome. But luckily, solo dates are there. You can take yourself out, pause, reflect, and really get in touch with your inner wrestler. To test this out, I'm gonna take myself on a date in my neighborhood. So come with me to some of my favorite solo date spots. Let's see how it goes. Snow Cones is one of the hottest chill zones in Cuddletown, but I'm popping into my local ice cream spot. The sweetest thing about working with Team Lazerbeam is that our group is so diverse. We span 3 continents and wildly divergent life experiences. And there's a piece of us in every pixel. Papa Park is Cuddletown's local dog park. This is where you go for your cuddle fix when human company simply won't do. And I can relate, going out on my own, wrestling with every kind of emotion at both ends of the leash. And sometimes I just need to go outside to appreciate how much place influences the things we create. The Wrestling with Emotions universe has this distinctive character because the virtual world that we created is molded by the experiences we have in the physical world. Before I go on, Pastry Pete's in Cuddletown prompted my final solo date spot. So I'm quickly popping into this lovely bakery for a nibble. The neighborhood recently set up this wonderful outdoor gallery wall for local artists to show off their work. Where was I? Oh, yes. Place. So for example, just over half of Team Lazerbeam lives and works here in South Africa. It's quite a special place to make games, and while it might not be glaringly obvious, our game sparkles with hints of South African flavor. South Africa's game dev scene is relatively new. We started out with small groups of enthusiasts and we were powered by this do-it-ourselves gumption. We learned by experimenting and we built friendships as we grew. And this spirit lives on in the work that we do today. So my jaunt into town was a solo experience, but it definitely wasn't a lonely one. I was reminded that this game is what happens when an assortment of inspired people get together and to pour their imaginations into something wonderful. And in turn, this game inspired me to take myself on a date and to see the familiar with fresh appreciation. I can't wait for you to experience solo dates in the game for yourself. But in the meantime, become a new kid on your block again. Treat yourself to a solo date.
Beautiful stuff, Crystal. I certainly wouldn't mind a chance to eat an ice cream by myself.
You do that every night in your bathroom, hot potato.
Let's catch up with programmer Nat Lazerbeam for a quest for the perfect match.
We're making a wrestling game, or rather a game about wrestling. And it wouldn't be much of a wrestling game about wrestling without the wrestling in the game. One of the biggest challenges has been the matches. We want matches to feel visceral, really capturing the highs and lows of the moments in the ring. To achieve this, we've been building a card-based mini-game, which has been difficult on 2 fronts. First is that we're using Rempy, which is an engine designed for dating sim and visual novels. So bending it to our will has been an interesting challenge. Everything from input and controller interactions to dealing animations and effects needs to be polished and work the way players expect. The second challenge has been that we want it to be easy to be picked up. After all, matches are important moments in the game, but they're still part of a larger whole. It also needs depth, so that the personalities of the various characters shines through, and that players will want to play matches over and over again. To date, we built 3 prototypes, 1 paper and 2 digital versions of what we're calling the Matchmaker. We've iterated a lot and thrown away a lot of ideas to get it to where we are now, and we're still not done tweaking the design. We've learnt a lot in the process, and from other games too. We're very excited about the Matchmaker and hope that'll be exciting for players too.
Fascinating stuff from Nat Lazerbeam.
Wrestle Report, where stories unfold.
And now we chat with the dynamic Cat Lazerbeam as she takes us through her creative process of writing Irresistible Steve and Outburst.
Writing for both Irresistible Steve and Outburst came from personal experience. For Irresistible Steve, I wanted a character that kind of hid his insecurity and discomfort with himself behind bravado. And as a performer, I have a little bit of insight into that. And I wanted to give Steve a kind of redemption arc in his story for the players to get to know Steve and understand that that is just a front. Also, in terms of the look for Steve, when Ben and I first spoke about it, we wanted him to look kind of sleazy, and so we went with this kind of like greasy 1980s pop star look. A little bit of Lionel Richie, to be honest, but we wanted him to have this kind of like ladies' man look, but also like a little bit kind of greasy and sleazy looking. Then for Outburst, again, a character that came from personal experience. As a black woman and as a queer woman, Outburst's story really reflects a lot of kind of the inner struggles that one has with wanting to stand up for causes you believe in, but also being perceived as very angry when those causes are very real and tangible to your own lived experience. So for Outburst, again, we wanted to give her a lot more depth and really explore like where that was rooted. It was really fun writing for both of those characters. I had such a great time. It was nice to explore humor juxtaposed against actually some serious topics. So to use humor as a tool to dismantle what we think about these characters was lots of fun. And I really hope you guys enjoy it.
I love it! We bring you every story at every angle.
That's right, Hot Potato. Now let's hear from Ben about the music from Wrestling with Emotions 2.
Hi, I'm Ben from Team Lazerbeam. Today I'd like to tell you about the soundtrack for our upcoming game, Wrestling with Emotions, New Kid on the Block. Team Lazerbeam is a video game band that came together to make short, aggressively cute games designed to make people laugh and punch them in the feels. With New Kid on the Block, our agenda is the same, but the game is now really, really huge, with a supersized soundtrack to match it. To create this monster soundtrack, Team Lazerbeam grew to include 4 composers in the band. They are Junior Laidley, aka Fridge Poetry, Jason Sutherland, aka Drift Prism, Catherine Pretorius, aka Dope St. Jude, and me, Ben Rausch, aka Videogenic. So how big is WWE 2 soundtrack? It's really big. We have a theme song for your weirdo boss, MC Manny McMahon. Unique theme songs for all 7 of the game's dateable superstars. Songs for the various locations spread across Cuddletown. Themes for individual wrestling events. And a broad spread of tunes designed to match the extreme emotional depth of WWE 2's epic story. From the excitement of being in the ring to laid-back moments of relaxation, to the heart-pounding anticipation of being on a first date. Music plays a key role in taking our players on an emotional roller coaster unlike anything they've played before. With the game still in development, we're still writing new songs for WWE 2, but it's already shaping up to be a heavyweight stable of tunes. It's been a delight to see how well these songs are hitting home for players of the game's demo, and we really can't wait for people to hear all the other bops we've been making for them. From myself and the whole gang at Team Lazerbeam, thank you so much for checking out this quick intro to the music of Wrestling with Emotions, New Kid on the Block. Stay awesome, bye!
Music to my ears.
You don't have ears, Hot Potato.
Oh no.
He's gonna pop.
Let's groove now with June Lazerbeam as he takes us on a musical journey around Cuddledome.
When I'm working on a scene, I'll typically play the scene, work out with the characters what the script is about, and then kind of write to that. And it can come from anywhere. It can come from just jamming in my house. For example, me and my daughter the other day were just playing guitar together, and we just started going over this melodicness, and after that we played the game for a bit, and we were like, that guitar jam we did the other day will go really well. So this is just a typical example of how things come to fruition just out of nowhere, but it's a bit like this. That's just a small snippet, but I guess I'll show you the final product. Here it is.
My goodness, those beams are talented.
Indeed they are, hot potato. Music, and now even the arts?
Let's talk to Kate Lazerbeam about the artwork of Wrestling with Emotions 2.
Hey guys, Katie here. We've been making some amazing mini games. They've been so much fun to make and I'm so excited for everyone to play them. Okay, so you come in as an amateur wrestler and you want to obviously level up your meat, your muscles, your elegance, your attitude, your theatrics, because that's what makes a pro wrestler. And you want to hang out with the other pro wrestlers, the dreamboats, like Steve and King Pretty Guy and all the hot hotties. So the mini games that we've made help you level up. The one that I'm going to take you through now is a hand customizer. We're going to go to Hot Shop and we're going to get our nails done. Let's go in. We're going in to get our nails done. Okay, how amazing is this? You start off with your clean set of beautiful, beautiful real estate. Your nails and your hands. Start off with our nails. We've got flat colors, right? If you're a simple, you like the simple things in life. Sparkles? You want sparkles? A little bit of jazz? We've got sparkles. It's fine. My favorites are the special nails. These are the most fun to draw. We've got some stickers. We've got claws. We've got a little bit of fun for everyone. We've got jelly beans. And we've got cats. You can also get tats, which we love. You can get fingers, hands, and arms. You can go wild. You can absolutely go wild. Okay, rings were so much fun to make. So we have different rings for each different finger. You can mix and match. We're gonna go with skulls here because we're badass. Simple, perfect. We've got chains. We've got chains for the people who are a little bit out there. We've got skulls. Actually, everything's out there. You know what? Look at this. Candy is such a good one. This is my favorite though. Double watch. Double watches. Double watches. I think we look good. I think we're ready to wrestle. We look amazing. We're done! Thanks guys, thanks for watching, and very excited for you to get to play and make your own hands. I'm very excited to see what everybody comes up with. Okay, bye!
Simply incredible. Such talent, such grace. Excuse my editorial sniffle, but wow.
Now let's hear from an out-of-this-world talent, Mars.
Okay, hi, from Portland, or just outside of Portland, Oregon. I am currently in a garden, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my role in New Take. So I wrote for Matsuri and Freak Show, and the story for them is inspired by my own life. I have spent most of my life playing music. So for Matsuri, she used to be in a punk band, and now she found this other thing that she really loves. She's torn between these two passions. And I'm a Gemini, so I have not just two, I have so many. And so that's where that story comes from. A classic Gemini story. And then for Freak Show, my inspiration was sort of a similar thing, drawing from my own life of just having sort of this more like acceptable persona or like behavior that's more like expected of you, but that's not really like who you are inside, and like that's not, there's like something else, there's parts of your personality that you are sort of like protecting. And like as a trans person, as a queer person, yeah, there's like parts of me that I have to hide to kind of like be more palatable. There's like a part of you, like your soul, that you want to like express. And that's kind of what Freak Show's story is about, which is also about my story. And I hope that makes any sense, and thank you.
Wow, what an explosive program!
I am just gobsmacked.
Well, I guess all good things need to come to an end.
I'm Showbiz.
And I'm Hot Potato. And this has been Wrestle Report. Over to you for the last time, Ben and Kat.
Thank you, Gaming Live viewers, for joining us for this inside scoop of Wrestling with Emotions 2. Bye!
We hope you enjoyed our special presentation for Wrestling with Emotions. We poured so much love and joy into making this game, and we couldn't be more stoked with how it's all coming together. We can't wait for people to experience all the absurd humor and heartwarming surprises that we've crammed into this thing. If you liked what you saw, please powerbomb that wishlist button on Steam, or check out the free demo if you'd like a hands-on sneak peek of Wrestling with Emotions' New Kid on the Block.